John Busbee with the Culture Buzz, and as I've told you before, we have Des Moines Art Week coming up. These people are incredible. These people, let's give them their due. These incredible creatives are incredible because they were thrown a real curve for the plans that they had for Des Moines Art Week this year. They found a way to adapt and overcome the situation and give you a creative and cultural experience that's going to be memorable. So I encourage you, check out the schedule. Art Week Des Moines information is on my newsletter. If you don't get my newsletter, it's going to be your fault because all you have to do is just contact me through KFMG, contact me directly, whatever. I'll make sure you get the information. It'll be posted there. But we're going to be talking now with Kelsey Bigelow. This is one of my favorite kinds of art forms because she is a poet. Well, I'm not going to, she's going to say, yeah, you're going to try to limit me like that. Come on, guy. Don't do that to me. I'm going to back that statement up with this, Kelsey, and that is, for someone who says, I write poetry, that's my creative outlet, I say, boy, you're just barely dipping your toe in the waters of creativity. Poetry, in my mind, is meant to be read, if not outright performed. And I hope that we are in the same camp there.
Yeah, we absolutely are.
Oh, thank you. You saved my bacon.
Yes. Poetry is there's so many facets to it. I started as a page poet, which is a very specific way of writing, but then I eventually found a stage and that becomes a spoken word poetry, but then there's slam poetry. There's so much to it.
Well, and really it's about the experience because when you take a word and then you string some words together, you can read those. But it's when you nuance them through tone, through presentation, through delivery, through highs, lows, things like that, that's when it really becomes alive. And I have to believe that that is when you got absolutely hooked by it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a junkie. Yes, I am.
There's something about when you're on a stage and you are in the zone, you kind of black out a little bit. You don't really totally realize what you're doing. You're feeling the audience, the energy. You can hear them snapping and clapping and reacting to what you're saying. You know that you're connecting with them, that like it's a feeling you can't duplicate. And I will always want more. And I miss right now, but we're still going.
We'll get back to those days eventually, I believe. It's not going to be, well, we can go back together and everyone just fills up a room. No, it's going to be slow and steady. But you are going to be doing some things for Art Week Des Moines or Des Moines Art Week, depending on how I flip-flop things. I guess it's officially Art Week Des Moines 2020. Mm-hmm. And so tell us about some of the things that you're going to be doing for us for Art Week Des Moines.
Yeah, so I'll be doing a live stream on my Facebook and Instagram poetry pages, and I'm going to be sharing some new things that have been more pandemic poetry and just kind of analyzing this world we live in compared to what it was just 3 months ago, and as well as some pre-COVID traumas. I think this is not going to be a very happy poetry live stream, but it's one that I want to create a space for people to understand they're not alone in some of the things they may be experiencing, kind of a place to help people feel seen and understood.
Well, you bring up a great point, and that is through your discipline, your creative outlet, you truly are giving us all a chance to release the pressure that has built up in each and every one of us. If we're going to be some tea kettle that has no spout, we're going to be in trouble. And so you're helping us process and literally let some steam out, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's something the world needs a lot of right now. And even before all this, didn't have the outlet for it for everybody. Not everybody's able to really tap into that kind of introspection to really explain it in a way that is relatable while still being interesting and entertaining.
And, from, again, my perspective, and you give me your perspective, because that's really what I'm about. But for me, poetry is really a catharsis in different forms. But what it does is it's to trigger something in me to better process, maybe expand and understand something that I can relate or cope with. Or maybe it opens my eyes, opens a door, opens something to me to kind of delve into.
Absolutely. In every bio I've ever written about myself related to poetry, I say that poetry is my catharsis. I use it to create catharsis for people who may not realize they even need it. What really kicked off my obsession, I suppose the word is obsession, with poetry was when my mom passed away my sophomore year of college, and I channeled all of that grief into poetry and created a book out of it. And then it's allowed me to work through that to a point where not that I felt like I was done grieving, because you're never done grieving,
never.
But I'm not in the severe state of grief anymore because of poetry, and that's helping me. That's a tool now that I can use with all my other things I need to work through that have happened in my life, and I'm using that in a performative way to help others see, or at least help others be able to work through that themselves too.
That is, it's truly beautiful, and it's beautiful not just through the expressiveness, but also that you're able to literally bare your soul for others to maybe benefit from it, because life is filled with transitions. Some of them are small, some of them are absolutely monumental, like the death of a mother. And you have found a way to benefit yourself and benefit others through that. Folks, my guest is Kelsey Bigelow. She uses poetry as her catharsis, her creative catharsis tool. And, actually, it's part of a toolbox, her cathartic toolbox. I'm trying to toss all sorts of metaphors at you, dear. So what can I say? Check this out. Go to Des Moines Art Week's information page. Find out when she will be doing her live stream. Connect with this poet. She will be out there in the community. She will be sharing down the road. She's going to be one of the great creatives to get involved with, get engaged with when she performs. It's going to be wonderful to let her creativity wash over you and your soul. Kelsey, much continued success for what you do. Thank you for being such a big part of Art Week Des Moines. I think it's fantastic. Look forward to experiencing what you have to offer. Yeah, thank you so much for chatting with me today and getting the word out there about Art Week. It's going to be amazing with all the other artists as well. Wonderful. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Thank you.